Once upon a time, there were no food colorings. Then folks figured out that food looks better and consequently sells better when it's amped up with some nice lovely colors. For most of food history, the dyes came from natural sources, such as beet juice for red and turmeric for yellow. However, in the quest to maximize profit by lowering costs, artificial and much cheaper dyes were introduced to the market. It's easy to understand why many companies like using artificial food dyes. They are cheaper, more stable, and they're much brighter than natural colorings. However, professional chefs refuse to use them. Some countries like Norway and the UK have banned some of them, and also you'll never find them in health food stores. Why? Well, you know the petroleum that we use to fuel our vehicles, and the acetone that removes the nail polish from your nails? How about the coal tars, mostly used for paving and roofing? That's what artificial colors are made of. These chemicals are in no way made to be ingested by humans or any other animal. Concerns over the possibility that food coloring could cause cancer have raged for years, and some of the most popular dyes are known to be cancerous and been linked with different types of cancer in rats and mice. Artificial dyes also have been linked to obesity, allergic reactions, rashes, and asthma. Food dyes are of particular concern for children, since many colored foods are aggressively marketed for children. Furthermore, their smaller body size makes them more vulnerable to potential toxins. Researchers have found that actually it's the food dyes and not sugar that makes kids hyperactive. Now, if the artificial colors were only in candy, we could worry a bit less. The problem is that they have found their way into the most common food products that we and our kids eat every day. For instance, some bakeries add brown dye to white bread to make it look like whole wheat bread. Some salmon farms add red food dye to the fish to make them appear more appetizing. And the same goes for pickles, which receive a hefty dose of yellow to make them appear brighter and fresher. In spite of rising awareness to this issue, the use of artificial dyes is still widespread. 15 million pounds of food dye are being used in the US per year. That's 5 times more than in the 1950s. They're in cereals, yogurts, salad dressing, and even in cough syrup. So what can we do? Know your enemy. Blue number 1, aka brilliant blue. Green number 3, aka fast green. Red number 40, aka allura red. Yellow number 5, aka tartazine. Become a label reader. Scan ingredient lists of cereals, yogurts, cakes, snacks, soups, meat, and virtually any processed product for colorings. If a product is too bright and colorful and it's not a fresh fruit or veggie, be suspicious. If you still buy food, especially sweets that contain food coloring, prefer the relatively pale ones. The more intense the color is, the more dye it contains. Don't worry, it doesn't mean that you won't be able to have cupcakes again, or pickles with your hamburger. The good news is that nowadays there are natural, healthy alternatives to the artificial dyes. Look for ingredients such as beta-carotene for yellow, betalain and lycopene for pink and red, and chlorophyll for green. Knowledge is power, and in this case, knowledge is health. Help make this common knowledge. Pass it on.